Discover how the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund is accelerating cures.
I'm Curt Civin, and I'm a pediatric oncologist. Most of my time I spend working in the lab, though, nowadays. I direct the Center for Stem Cell Biology and Regenerative Medicine at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, and I'm the Associate Dean for Research at the School of Medicine as well. I ran into a man who was married to one of my patients who had a stem cell transplant years ago. Her name is Macy. Macy couldn't have been cured of her resistant leukemia without a stem cell transplant. That stem cell transplant came from work in my lab with some of the work with these hands. By doing research, it extends my hands as a doctor to be able to reach out to the world. In 2007, we received a grant from the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund that allowed us to identify a small set of tiny snippets of regulatory RNAs called microRNAs. These microRNAs regulate the regulatory large molecules in stem cells. This discovery then allowed us to find drugs that regulate these regulators of the regulators, and these drugs are now being tested for treatment of leukemias. Cancer kills in this country about 600,000 patients every year. Leukemias are a fraction of cancers, but we have strong reason to believe that the drugs we're developing will work beyond leukemias. The Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund is still going, supporting tons of other new studies, which are making the fundamental discoveries that will lead eventually, with enduring time and funding, to advances in patients. One of the best things about the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund is that young people can get grants. There's a long list of people at the University of Maryland, as well as across town at Johns Hopkins, whose early grants, whose early research, early in their careers was funded by the Maryland Stem Cell Research Fund, and now they're distinguished investigators. And so that benefit has both launched these scientists in Maryland and kept them in Maryland. The Maryland Stem Cell Fund is the beginnings and the catalyst to really get the fire going that you can then build into the productive engine that can take you all the way to something that can help people. That's the most rewarding thing for all of us, and that would be the greatest thing for Maryland. If it creates a few jobs along the way, that's not too bad either.
Accelerating today's stem cell research into tomorrow's cures.